Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 131. It is Tuesday morning, just leaving home. Very, very nice day today. 62 degrees outside, clear skies, like a blue marble in the sky. Just beautiful, and just heading out for the day. I was looking for my other set of keys this morning. Looks like my kid lost the other set, so I'm not too happy about that. Hopefully we get that found today. I think they charge you like $300 for a set. So hopefully they find that at home. And see, all I hear is I don't mess with the settings on your car, but everything is moved around on here. It's fine. Anyway, I guess that's part of life, right? We have to coexist. Actually, I'm kind of wondering if there's a way to have the two different profiles. Since you have two different profiles for the seat, why not have... Oh yeah, they would have it. So you could do the sign in, change it from owner to other person somehow, like from one name to the other, and then he could have his own settings for the screen and be happy. So I'll talk to him about that. He'll figure that out. Tuesday, today, it should be a pretty light day today. I believe nothing was on my calendar, but let's take a quick look here. Oh yeah, I'm going to be talking to the intern today, going over what I do, and I need to ask my manager to put our one-on-ones back on the calendar, because I really want those so that he can see where I'm coming from, and I can always be gauging what he's thinking, because the last thing you want is some kind of a surprise where we've been thinking about this for a long time. No, I don't want that. I want to know, what are you thinking right now? How am I doing? Do you need me to do anything else? I like asking those questions every week and make sure that I'm on top of things and he's happy. So other than that, we'll head to the office, do our thing. Today's going to be catch up on stuff I couldn't finish yesterday, and then personal stuff, email, all those different things that I do, all the research that I do. We'll do some of that today. Go to the casino around lunchtime, pick up food on the way back to the office, back to the casino in the afternoon. After that meeting with the intern, we'll head get one more session in, and then we'll head home. So that's going to be our brief thing for the day. Yesterday made about $1,000, $300 online, $700 at the casino. So that was a good day. So hopefully we have more days like that. But other than that, man, it's I talked to Coach yesterday through text, and his trip is going well, and that's really about it. So that's where we are right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. So got myself in a little situation here. Just leaving to head to the casino, and I have someone from about 100 miles from here who wants to split a play. And yeah, I would do that if they had money, but they don't have money, so they want me to come out there. But I have a 2 o'clock meeting, so there's no way I can make it out there until after 5. They're like, oh, I'll just wait at the machine for you until 5. You're going to wait at the machine for almost 7 hours? Oh yeah, what's the big deal? I'll just wait. Okay, it's like $7.50 a spin. The EV is probably a couple $100. Is it worth it? I mean, it could be more than that, but man, that seems like a long wait for a little bit of money. So trying to decide what to do here, trying to figure out if they have a way for me to send them money, have them play it and send me money back. So that's what I'm working on right now while I'm driving to the casino. So heading to the casino, trying to figure this out. I'll be back. I'll let you know what happens. Alright, so this person said they have Chime, and I could send it to them on Chime. I said, okay, no problem. And I'm figuring out how to do this, because I did set up a Chime account, because at one point I needed to use Chime to deposit into another third party, to deposit into another third party, and it worked, and I never used it again. So I'm setting it up on Chime, and then I hear back, oh, I forgot my Chime card. Well, that's no good. Okay, well, and then I hear I have PayPal, and then they say, oh, it's not PayPal. Actually, I have Cash App. And I said, okay. So I have a Cash App account, and I never use it. People send me money on it sometimes, and then I send money to other people because, it's like one guy at a casino pays me back with Cash App, and then I lend it right back to him with Cash App. So I haven't used it for like a year, and I had a zero balance, and I tried to set it up, and it won't work. It won't send. Finally, I have to take off the credit card that's on there. My bank account won't connect to it, so I set up a debit card on it instead. The debit card worked, so then everything seems to be okay. So it takes like almost an hour to do this. Meanwhile, I just go to the other casino that I was going to in the first place, and I just sent the money, and then I hear, okay, I'm going to try to get the money. Oh, I put it in the card the wrong way. Oh, it's not working. Oh, I have to go to the cashier. So hopefully they get this worked out, because I don't think I'm driving 100 miles. So, whatever. So anyway, in here, I ended up winning $198, which is good because I sent out $200. So I guess I'm free rolling it. It won't take 200. It'll probably take like 50 or 60 to hit. So at the most. But I sent 200. We'll see what happens. Plus 198 for the day. I had told my boss I may need to leave until 2 o'clock. They said okay, and then ended up not needing to do so. So I just said, don't worry about it. I'm heading back to the office. So I'm going to order some food, pick it up, and eat it at the office, and we'll see what happens. This person is going to the cashier trying to get cash. They got the machine locked down all over like $100. I mean, come on, you can't have $100 on you. That's how poor some of these APs are. So, all right, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Yeah, exactly what I expected to happen. With these people, man, they have so many problems. They're so poor, they have so many problems. So somehow they couldn't get the money off the card. They went to the cashier, it didn't work, and they're calling Cash App now to get it cleared up. This is the kind of thing, man. These people have so many issues. They change their name, they change their card gets disabled, their bank account has a problem, all these different things, but I just didn't want to drive 100 miles. So seeing what happens here, they went to the cashier, didn't work out, they tried it 3 times, now they're calling Cash App, and hopefully it'll work. So whatever, I'll be back. Alright guys, after all that back and forth, we finally got everything done. I stopped by Chipotle. I'm gonna miss this light. I stopped by Chipotle and got chicken bowl, and had that, went to the office. I had actually asked if I could leave until 2 o'clock because I had to, quote, go home, because I was thinking worst case scenario, I may have to go to the city if I can't get money to this person. And my manager's like, okay. I mean, they really don't care. Honestly, it is a very easy place to work, and they really don't care that much. So I'm lucky to have that, at least. But then I sent him a message back and said I don't need the time. I'm heading back to the office. So that was good. They finally got the money off the card, and they played the play. And at $7.50 a spin, all this back and forth, how much money do you think they made? Think about this here for a second. $7.50. I was going to have to drive at least 100 miles each way for it, and luckily I didn't. We made a profit of $83. So luckily for me, I did not make that drive. And so they're like, well, I got to get the money to you. Can you come back out here? I'm like, or can you come out here? I'm like, no, I don't think so. I said, well, I sent it to you with Cash App. Can you send it back to me with Cash App? And they said yes. Now, me getting it out of Cash App, that might be a problem. I may have to ship it to somebody else and have them give me cash, but at least it'll be in my name. So at least that worked out. While all that back and forth was going on, I had a friend in the next state over and I was asking him if he could Cash App for me, because it took me almost an hour to get it to work properly. And by the time that all this was over, he had come back with, "Yeah, sure. What do you need me to do?" So unfortunately, at that point, it was too late. But I appreciate the effort. So I went back to the office, and as soon as I got there, it was still lunchtime, and one of the ladies from the compliance team asked me if we could have a meeting about this new version of something that's coming out, and I said, sure. Now, earlier in the day, I still had my notes from last Thursday. If you remember, I was in that parking lot, and I had to do that presentation. So I still had those notes, but my Word got all messed up, and I had to decide, without seeing it, was like a little tiny square on the screen, if I was going to save it or not, and I decided not to save it, and then she decided to ask me a bunch of questions about it. So, okay then. So I answered whatever I could, sent her a video also, the same thing that I had ChatGPT watch for me, because I'm not watching a whole hour video. And then I had ChatGPT give me the brief outline of it. So anyway, we finished that meeting, and then the young guy, who is the whatever it's called, the college kid, was ready for our meeting. So we did that meeting a little bit early, got that all out of the way, and I went back to my desk. And at that point, my manager asked me if we needed a meeting between me and him today, and I'm like, nah, let's just do it next week. And he's like, okay. And he's like, by the way, the boss wants you to do this, and what this is a breakdown of this new software, what it's going to take to implement it, what the risks are, what trainings need to happen, and what the steps and timeline are to implementing it. So, okay, no problem. So I went to AI, and I asked that question, and it started giving me some stuff, and I stopped it, and I said, okay, let's start over. This is what I want, and I want you to give me the URLs, the web pages, where you found this information. And Grok actually did a better job than ChatGPT, because I actually ran out of Grok time and I had to switch over, but I was almost done anyway. But Grok would actually give you a section and then give you where it was found. So I was able to take that, rewrite it into my own words, and then change the formatting around and stuff, and then put the locations where the information was found at the bottom of each section. So they gave me like a week to do this, and it took me about 30 minutes. What I am going to do, though, between now and the end of the week is I am going to go back and run it through AI as I rewrote it, and ask for opinions about it and possible changes, and see what AI comes up with. Maybe able to make it a little bit better. So, yeah, I mean, I'm done for the week, basically. Right now, we are heading to the casino. It's 3 o'clock, a little earlier than usual, but we're heading to the casino. We're going to see if we can make a little bit more money, and then go home from there. I did get an offer. You remember last week I had that, or the week before. It was the week before last, I guess, already. I already got offers from that casino that I lost a bunch of money on trying to win with that special that they had. And as I said, you had to use a card for that to be valid. So I had gone to that casino, and I'm trespassed from a bunch of their locations. And so I expected to get all the way there and have them say, nope, get out of here, especially since I didn't have a player card. Now, if I had a player card already, I would have just gone and used it. They would have been forced to pay me, and then they could have said, don't come back. But since I didn't have one, all the ones I had were at home because I haven't used them in a year or more. I had to go to the desk and request one, and if you remember, it took about 7 minutes for them to get approval, and they finally gave me a card. Well, by using the card, I got like 1/10 of the points needed to get to one of their highest levels. And I just got an offer for next Wednesday and Thursday $400 in free play each day. So I think I am going to go back. I think what I'm going to do, since it's about 8 hours plus away from home, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to a place about 4 hours a day that I frequent and spend about half the day there, and then leave late at night for this other place, because this place is so stupid. Everyone else has it figured out except them. So the free play expires at 7 a.m. and the new free play starts at 7 a.m. So it expires at 6:59, and then you get free play for the next week at 7 a.m. So I'll show up about 5 a.m. and play the $400, take a break in my car, come back in at 7 a.m. and play the other $400, and then we'll head back to the original location we went, 4 hours from home, hit them one more time on the way home. So next Wednesday, Thursday will be an extremely long day. We'll have about 18 to 20 hours of driving total between those 2 days, but we hope to hit a lot of locations and hopefully make some money. So yeah, sorry for the long monologue there. Right now we are heading to the casino. Traffic is pretty heavy. I see possibly some accidents up here, so right now we're slowing down more and more, and this guy just pulled over on the median. Not the smartest move. Oh, he's got a flat tire. Oh, that stinks. He pulled over on the left side, and the tire is on the right side of his car, so he's going to be changing his tire inches away from cars speeding by. I can't stand that. I would not do that. I always go to the right side no matter what, and I'll even pull partially onto the grass if I can't get to an exit or a safe place. That's just ridiculous, risking your life for that. So anyway, let's head to this casino. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I'm walking around looking at machines at this place, and I see a potential play, and then I see the person playing it, and this girl, and I can't tell if she knows what she's doing or not. I've kind of seen her hanging around playing things that are beatable in a good position, but I don't know if it's just luck that she happened to be at those machines at that time, because she was spinning the machines very leisurely, and as you know, a lot of us spin fast to get in and out and move on to the next play. So I came back around later on. She was gone, but the play was gone too, so she may know what she's doing, but I'm still not 100% on that. I took my first lap. I basically played nothing, and then at the end of the first lap I found the play, and it was barely there. It was $5 a spin. At that point I was down, I think I'd played one machine, I was down like $28 or something like that, and this was a $5 a spin machine. I must have spun that thing 150 times before I realized my card wasn't in. Put the card in, it still spun a lot more, another couple hundred spins before it finally hit. But I had a big hit right away, like 5 spins into it, put me $150 ahead, and then the drain started, man. It took about, oh man, I took almost 500 back before I finally had a medium hit, which was not the final hit, and then I had one more big hit. When I hit the middle one, I was ahead 579 at the end of that, but there was still a play left, and took me from being ahead 579 to being down, and then ended up finally lucking out at the end, and I ended my session ahead 556, so a little bit off the top, but not bad. Plus 556, cashed out my voucher. Then I remembered I hadn't checked the last couple machines, went over, checked those out, nothing there, and just took off. So I was in touch with the one person about that one play, another person about a play around the country, other side of the country, and now a third person with a play potentially for tomorrow and Thursday, and potentially next Wednesday and Thursday as well. So some things out there, hopefully. My friend did get back to me and said that he is ready to go on that trip. We're both going to book tonight and compare notes, and whoever gets there first can get a rental car, or we may possibly get 2, so my wife has a car in case she needs it with the kids while we're playing. So A lot of good things happening right now, moving in the right direction. Zero possibility online of making money today, but that's okay. There may be something later on tonight. So other than that, man, everything is good. Right now I got the bills paid through like the middle of the month, and then I have two small bills, and I'll be pretty much done until the last week of the month. So I like being ahead like that, because if I leave home for 2 or 4 days or a week, I don't want to miss something. I actually did miss a payment like 6 months ago. Somehow I had like $2 or $4 left on a card that I had paid off, and I thought it was paid. I got an online statement that I didn't know about, and they actually reported it to credit. That was like the first thing that was on my credit in 20 years probably. And it's funny because it was only like a couple days late. That was Bank of America, in case anyone's interested. So whatever, I got that taken care of, and everything is fine. My score did not take a hit, just so you know. It was, I don't know if it had to do with my overall history or just the fact that it was such a small amount, but I've actually seen people, when I used to be in a different business, I used to pull credit, and I saw someone that had like a 79-cent past due that they reported as $79, and it hurt his credit enough that he couldn't do what he wanted to do over 79 cents. That's a little obscene, if you ask me. Right now we just left the casino. We're heading toward home. Gorgeous day, gorgeous, light fluffy clouds outside, sunny blue sky, 83 degrees, light breeze, just right. And let's head home and relax a little bit. Tomorrow is going to be a big day, big overnight, and we got to be ready for it. So we could do some segments. What did you eat today, MW? I had Chipotle bowl chicken. I did do rice on that, but if you do beans is good for protein. If you do a little bit of rice, a lot of beans and vegetables is pretty good for you, and not too bad overall with the carbs. I'm going to give that a 9 on a scale of 2 through Ace. I'm kind of sick of it, man. When it was new, it was all right, but it's getting to be a little too much for me now. I'm not really that interested anymore. And what did you tip today, MW? Today I had 2 slot sessions. They went medium, and then I had one out of town. It went poorly. Ended up tipping $0. And what did you learn today, MW? Let me see, a couple of things. I learned last night and into today about an area that might be available for me again that I didn't know about. I learned that I had some free play at that casino that I lost all that money at a couple weeks ago. I learned that I might have a partnership starting back up again with some guys that the first time we ran through it didn't work out very well. But everything is reorganized and we're ready to go, so maybe a possibility for tomorrow. So a lot of stuff. So right now I'm going to let you go. I'm going to relax, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.